I'm gonna share some of my ideas about the global crisis of plastic pollution and its solution. So let's begin. Plastic pollution, a serial killer of ecology. Do you use your reusable water bottle? Do you use your reusable shopping bags? Do you remember to say no straw when ordering a drink? Good for you. You are part of the solution. Now, do you own a freeze waste or throw? Do you own yoga wear or other synthetic clothing items? Sorry, you are part of the problem too. We all know that plastic waste is a problem. It is a particular problem for the ocean. Currently, approximately 8 million metric tons of plastic waste enters the ocean every year. That's enough to line every foot of our coast. Ocean plastics can loosely be categorized in the following ways. Marine debris. This includes everything from construction materials to beer coolers, but when we are talking about ocean plastics, we generally mean the bigger pieces that are easily seen and can readily be picked up. Part of this is debris from marine sources such as fishing gear. Microplastics. These are the tiny pieces that plastic breaks into over time, not disintegrating, but simply fragmenting, making it ever more accessible to marine life. Microplastics are found in every part of our global ocean. Microfibers. These are the very tiny fibers from your fleece, athletic, or other synthetic clothing that shed every time you wash them in a machine. They're everywhere in the ocean as well as in lakes, rivers, streams, and even your drinking water. So, what does plastic in the ocean do? Plastic poisons and injures marine life as shellfish, corals, and other marine life eat microplastics and fibers as they filter for real food. Whales, fish, and other animals get entangled in derelict fishing gear and other debris and die a slow, painful death from asphyxiation or starvation. When animals, seabirds, and corals, for example, take in plastics, it leaves no room for real food and they suffer starvation as a result. Plastic is capable of emitting and absorbing or carrying all types of toxins, including flame retardants and pesticides. Small pieces of plastics like microplastics can serve as a vector for chemicals to get into the bodies of marine animals, but they can accumulate in fat cells. These can damage tissues and organ function. They can be absorbed into the brains of fish, altering behavior. Plastic is also a vector for bacteria and viruses. These properties of plastic, especially microplastics, have implications for human health as we consume fish and shellfish. Two Belgian researchers, looking at the amount of microplastics in some shellfish, concluded in 2014 that the average European seafood consumer could be eating 11,000 pieces of microplastic every year, and that's just in shellfish. Plastic litters our beaches and landscapes, which in turn affects tourism revenue. It's no surprise that people like to visit clean beaches more than dirty ones. It also affects community health not only for the reasons above, but because plastic waste can collect water, allowing disease-bearing mosquitoes to breed, and poorly managed debris can clog the outflows of rivers and streams, causing flooding. So, what is it about single-use plastics? They represent somewhere between a third and a half of all global plastic production, which reached about 335 million metric tons in 2016. Some single-use plastics should stay that way, especially for hypodermics and other medical uses. Others should be used only when and where they meet a unique or emergency need. Think plastic straws, bottled water, bottled sodas, and plastic packaging. The scale of use is overwhelming. We buy about a million plastic bottles every minute of every day. Where sanitization is a huge problem, bottled water is a public health good and delivery in plastic is cheaper. But for daily use, it's the more expensive choice, has a huge climate footprint, and is a big part of the plastic waste mismanagement problem. Only 1% of the 4 trillion plastic bags used annually is recycled. We use half a billion plastic straws a day in the US alone. Plastic waste to enter the ocean from land is expected to increase tenfold within 7 years. Can you even visualize 80 million metric tons? So, how do we end plastic pollution? We are human. We would like to engineer away the problem, like magic pill to lose weight or live forever. Prevention is key. The plastic already in the ocean is nearly impossible to collect, especially at scale without harm to sea life. It's very simple really. Don't let the plastic get into the ocean. What you can do with your friends, colleagues and family. Collectively, we are addressing many of the key problems beginning with promoting personal action. None of what we recommend is new, and we hope repetition helps. Bad habits are hard to break, especially when it's easier to just go with the plastic flow. The people who make the biggest differences are the ones who do the little things consistently. Water. If you use a reusable water bottle, you personally could avoid an average of 156 plastic bottles annually. This sounds like a small thing, but it's doing your part and multiply it everyone in your office, home, or school, and it really starts to add up. Carriers, bringing your own bag to shop and carrying one with you just in case can help make a dent in those 4 million plastic bags used each year. Straws. Remembering to ask for no straw can become a habit. Paper and reusable straws are an option too, and the movement is slowly growing. Clothing. Limit how often you wash synthetic clothing, including fleece. Seek out natural fibers, bamboo, cotton, wool, etc. Entertainment. Remember our roots. We can use glasses, cloth napkins, and real cutlery at events as much as we can. We can use compostable tableware, napkins, and other products and compost them. Prevention. Beach, stream, and river cleanups actually help, even though they seem like a drop in the bucket. Many organizations host regular cleanups, and we need everyone to pitch in and pick up in their own neighborhood. Personal action is a big start, but real change has to be regional, national, and even global in scale. We need national government policies that mimic the European Union's guidelines for waste and to promote the adoption of global framework to regulate plastic pollution. Such policies aim to prevent the generation of waste, contribute to the reuse of waste, reduce the adverse effects of waste management. Governments need to respond to and work with NGOs organizing on the ground to promote waste management practices that improve public health and water quality. I am requesting the audience to join Titanus Plastic Challenge organized by UNEP. You will learn about the negative impacts of plastic pollution on nature and man, and feel inspired to change your own plastic use and encourage others around you. When we know better, we do better. Plastic pollution is a man-made problem, and we all must do our part to solve it. This is your chance to be a champion in your community and lead change. For more information, check the link in the description. There is hope. All we have to do is to stop putting bad stuff into the ocean. And this should be one of the reasons why we get up each morning. Thank you.